गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचार्य यमुनातीरावनचार्य जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपीजनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaur Premanande Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajikara Stotra Satra Srimal Shivaingri Sabhay Sharan Arvind A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parirajakarya Stotra Shata Simula's Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Hitai Gaur Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories Sri Guru and Gauranga, all glories Srila Prabhupada Ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahe Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttamaśloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 72, text 24 to 27. So we'll chant 24th verse, which is on the board. Balirnu surate kirtihir vitata dikshu akamalasya asarvad brahmahastrapi vipravajnena vishnuva Balirnu suryate kirtihi vidata dikshu akamalasya aishvaryad brahmahastrapi vipravignena vishnuva Balirnu suryate kirtihi vidata dikshava kamalasya aishvaryad brahmastvapi Vipravignena Vishnuva. Please chant. Balirno Shirade Kirti Vitata Dikshva Kamalasya Aishwaryad Brahmistapi Vipravagnena Vishnuva Balir Shuryate Kirti Vitata Dikshva Kamalasya Asharyarata Sasati Visyaraja Astana Valir Dasa Aishwaryam Abhim Nana Vishnava Balina Shveti Kirti Vitata Diksha Kalmasa Aishwarya Bhamrisastapi Vishwavabrina Vishnuna. Thank you so much. So we'll go word to word. And there is also 24th to 25th verse. Shreyam Jignasi Indrasya Vishnave Dvijarupini Jnanam api mahimam prahadat vipramadyo napi dhaitarat. So word to word meaning? Balihi of Bali. No, it is not so. Shuryatehe are heard. Kirtihi, the glories. Vitatat, whispered. Dikshuhu, in all direction. Akamalasya, spotless. Aishwaryat, from his powerful position. Brahmahastayasya, who was made to fall. Api, even though. Vipra, of a Brahmana. Vijnana, in this Gyus. Vishnu, by the Lord Vishnu. Shrayam, the opulence. Jitarasya, who wanted to take away. Indrasya, of Indra. Vishnuve, to Vishnu. Dvijarupena, appearing as Brahmana. Gyanan, aware. Api, although. Mahim, the whole earth. Praditad, he gave. Virmanyaha, being forbidden. Api, even. Daitaha, of the demons. Rat, the king. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Indeed, the spotless glories of Bali Maharaj are heard throughout the world. Lord Vishnu, wishing to recover Indra's opulence from Bali, appeared before him in the guise of a Brahmana and made him fall from his powerful position. Though aware of his issue and forbidden by his guru, Bali, king of the demons, still gave Vishnu the whole earth in charity. Text 26. What is the use of translation? What is the use of unqualified Kshatriya who goes on living but fails to gain the everlasting glory by working with his perishable body for the benefit of the Brahmanas? Text 27 translation. Sukadeva Goswami continued, thus making up his mind, the generous Jarasandha addressed Krishna, Arjuna, and Bhima. O learned Brahmanas, choose whatever you wish. I will give it to you, even if it is my own hand. Om Ajnanaatimirandhasya Gnananjanam Shalakaya चक्षुरुन्मृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So here the context of this verse is King Bali Maharaj, why he brought Jarasandha, because here the context is Jarasandha was a great powerful demon king, and he is known for his charity, and he's known for his giving charities to Brahman, and also he's known for his um generous heart for giving charity in the Brahmanas. In that situation, here in this, on his kingdom, Krishna, Lord Krishna, and Arjuna and Bhima, they came as Brahmanas to beg charity from Jarasandha. So, so Jarasandha could understand who they were, because the king can make it out another king. Who is another king? Like, what are his features? If a person like a businessman can make it out a businessman who is talking to him, like even though he's disguised in or incognito in another form, like he's undercover, still he could able to make it out. A business person can make it out another business person, and a soldier can make it out another soldier because due to his action, due to his words. So here Jarasandha thought these people doesn't look like Brahmanas. Usually Brahmanas we get a picture very skinny and very not well built body and very the tone clothes. We get picture like the Brahmanas were like that. But here Jarasandha could able to figure it out that, and also that the gesture of their body and their marks on their forehead and also with a bow and arrow. They Kshatriya always carry bow and arrow. With that carrying on the soldiers, the marks are on the you know there on on their shoulders. So Jarasandha could able to figure it out, and also Jarasandha had seen these three people in the Draupadi Swayamvara. So they have known that these bodily features, by figuring out their bodily features by how they look, they can able to figure it out. Jarasandha and thought that they must be low class Kshatriya, because usually Kshatriya don't go for begging. They either fight or they either die, do or die, something like that. So they don't go to another king for begging. They either they lay down their life in the battlefield or they win. So here, Jarasandha could understand, and he thought in his mind they must be low class Kshatriya. And in that context, he were thinking, even though they came as Brahmanas for begging, and he recollected like how Bali Maharaj gave entire kingdom, including his own kingdom, including the earth, including himself. He surrendered. So he made up his mind strongly, and he in his mind he committed strongly that somehow or the other, even though these people are not Brahmanas but came as a Brahmana for begging charity, then I will not give up, and I will not go back with my words, even if they ask my own head. So he made up his mind with a strong commitment, because especially when the Brahmanas are begging. So here we see in this present text, uh, it is said that so Bali Maharaj how he gave up his kingdom, and when Lord Vishnu came to ask to ask something charity from Bali Maharaj, so Bali Maharaj never went back for his words, even though Guru is asking him to stop. He knows that this Vaman Dev is none other than Lord Vishnu. So still he knows, but he did not give up his words, and still he gave charity whole earth. So these words are going on his mind of Jarasandha. So next, what happened is that Then he thought that what is the use of unqualified Kshatriya who goes on living but falls again everlasting glory working with a imperishable body with the benefit of Brahmanas. So he thought himself, no, let me give up, you know, if they ask my own life, what is the use of this life without charity? So it seems to be a good quality, even though he is a demon. But see, one thing we have to understand: the attitude of this Jarasandha is not good because he already captured so many kings to lay down their life for his own sake. So this is the demonic quality. So even though we may do perform devotional service, we may do so many things, but the attitude should be correct. If the attitude is not proper, as a king Jarasandha, he is ready to lay down his life. For what sake? He thinks that everything owns him. He thinks that this body belongs to me, this earth belongs to me, this kingdom belongs to me. But he does not have an understanding that everything belongs to the Lord Krishna. But he thinks that this is my kingdom and my property and I own this. So, in that mood, he is saying that I will give whatever they ask, even if they ask my own head. In that mood, he is trying to give the charity to the Brahmanas, but it is not like that. So, thus he make up his mind and address to the king, address this Lord Krishna and Arjuna and Bhima. And he is saying that you learned Brahmanas, you choose whatever you want it. If you ask even my own head. So this is the description of these verses, and the main thing is that demons are ready to do anything for their own sense gratification or for their own benefit. If required, they lay down their life, their own life, or their uh, friends' life, or their relatives' lives. As we see in Mahabharata, Duryodhana, he is ready to lay down his grandfather's life and teacher's life and his relatives, family, friends' lives to become his king, to wanted to rule the kingdom. So they are that is the quality of the demon. They are ready to lay down their own family members' life to become king. So here is the thing, same attitude of Jarasandha. He wants to become, he wants to known his glory should be spread all over the world. That's why he's remembering Bali Maharaj. Oh, Bali Maharaj, how he did charity, and he has spotless glories. So we see that, and since Bali Maharaj was also like he wanted to rule all of the kingdom, even the heavenly planets, but it is not like that. So king, even though he's a king, but attitude is not good. Jarasandha's attitude, and we see the commentaries by other acharyas. I just read it out. So we see that text 24. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments on this verse. But what is to be gained by giving charity to the cheaters? So these are all Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur comments in his mind. So this verse answers. Indeed, the fame of Bali, who lost his position by Vishnu, disguising himself as Brahmana, wanting to take away his in the wealth, is heard and spread everywhere. In sometimes, instead of in this case, it is not the fame of Bali heard and spread everywhere. He gave the earth to Vishnu, even though he knew Vishnu, and even though he obstructed by Shukracharya. So this commentary given by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, what is what is what thoughts were going on in the minds of Jarasandha. So then we see the Jiva Goswami commentary. But they are enemies. Though I know that this is for certain, I must accept them as Brahmana, even though they are enemies discussed as Brahmanas, and grant their request like Bali, since this will give fame. Two verses are described in this way of thinking. Since the Lord was born to the Kashyapa and Aditi, Vamana is actually Brahmana by birth, but he also attached to the Indra. Hiding Kshatriya's tendency, he took the form of Vamana with the desire to assist Indra. Thus, Vamana actually disguised himself as Brahmana. Remembering Vamana's expanding himself in the universe, he praised him as a Vishnu. Bali gave with the faith, even offering himself, since he was the best of the demons, respecting Brahmanas. He gave the earth even though he knew from the beginning that he was being tricked. So this is a Jiva Goswami comments that we very well know that this person who came as a Vaman is none other than Lord Vishnu, and even though he is a Brahman of Kashyapa and Aditi, but he tricked him, and also he was attached to Indra. So these are all the thoughts were going on Jarasandha's mind. So ultimately, Jarasandha was thinking that way. So I will be also glorified like Bali Maharaj. But Bali Maharaj is a pure devotee and is one of the Mahajana. We should understand that. In text 26, commentary by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. What is the use of low Kshatriya who living in his desire to fame of giving to Brahmana with his perishable body? There is no use for him. And Jiva Goswami comment, they will ask for your life, not your kingdom. This body can become successful by fate. If we do not use it properly, it is useless. I should use this body for benefiting Brahmanas, even if they have come only in the dress of Brahmanas. What is the use of living a person who is born in a Kshatriya family who does not endeavor for a fame using temporary body for serving Brahmanas or Kshatriya Bandhu can mean by Kshatriya fallen because if he is not serving Brahmana. Actually, we see that in the Jiva Goswami commentary, the mood of the and thus to serve Brahmana is good, but attitude is not good. On the other hand, we see Lord Krishna says, Namo Brahmane Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So, how do we understand this? On one side, Jarasandha is favorable to the Brahmanas. On the other side, he is not following the Dharma. So, how do we understand this? And also, on one side, Lord Krishna is saying, and if you please the Brahmanas and cows, you are very dear to me. If you protect the Brahmanas and cows, you are very dear to me. So, how do we understand that? So, we can discuss on this point. Here, we see that King Jarasandha is very charitable to the Brahmanas. Especially, he is ready to lay down his life. Even though he knows that they are going to trick me, this is none other than Arjuna, Krishna, and Bhima. But still, one we need to appreciate that the demons have also got some kind of a culture that when he was asked to choose to combat fight, he could have easily chosen Arjuna and he could have easily defeated and said that you ask for a combat fight one on one, I choose Arjuna, then I defeated. But still he chose Bhima because he very well knows that Arjuna could not win against him. He could have choose that, but still he has got some kind of a common sense that if I choose Arjuna, that will be infame to my strength. It is just like a very big bodybuilder or who has a very strong body and choosing to fight a skinny person in the one-to-one combat fight. it is insult for him only. Correct. Just like since in that context, Jarasandha choose the Bhima, and also he is favorable for Brahmana. For what? To glorify himself. So that's why people in this material world, to spread their name, fame, or especially prestige, they will ready to do anything, and their name should be written in the history that I did everything and anything for the sake of the good for the welfare of society. But that is not correct. But we should understand how we can serve Rishikesha, how we can serve Krishna, how we can serve Vaishnavas, how we can serve spiritual master. What is their desire? Here, he thinks that this is attitude. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is demonic qualities. Dambo, Darpo, Abhimanasya, Krodam, Parashvamemacha. So these qualities possessed by the demons. Dambo, Darpo, Abhimanam. So he thinks that I am the doer and proud and arrogant and selflessness. So these three qualities possessed by demons. In that context, he's coming and saying that even though they are disguised in brahmanas, I will lay down my life, and he ready to do it. And in the text 27, we see that having charitable mind, having great mind, he spoke excellently with a smiling face. And it is not that he spoke out of anger. It's not that he spoke out of cunning, but he spoke smiling face. Arjuna and Bhima are mentioned in order to cleverness for Yudhishthira's benefit, their position in Mahabharata. So and he let Arjuna follow Krishna and let Bhima follow Arjuna. He addressed them Brahmanas with his previous understanding in his mind. So he wants to become monarchy of entire world. You know, his motive is to become monarchy of the entire world by uh, giving, by laying down all the kings' heads in front of Kali, and he wants to become monarchy. Here, on the other way, Krishna's desire is to Maharaj Yudhishthira should become the king or Chakravarti or monarchy of the entire world because he is a follower of Dharma. So here the fight of the power. So on the two kings, they want to become the and rule the entire world. But one who is adharmi, like we see Jarasandha, one who is dharma follower, Yudhishthir Maharaj. So one's desire should harmonize with the Krishna's desire. Then only entire world is benefited. It's not that Krishna's desire. If you are not aligned with Krishna's desire, then however you may endeavor to do, but that endeavor will become failure. Like Shrama eva hi kevalam. So one should understand that. And here Jarasandha's mode is entirely different. So in that context, he's doing everything charity. So charity is also in the three modes: mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, mode of passion. So for top one is mode of goodness, that giving charity to the brahmanas who are qualified, and mode of passion is charity giving to the persons who is not qualified, just to shake to for the sake of showing off, and charity giving to the person in the mode of ignorance, just like if a person is asking money when we are driving on the streets, a person is asking money, what will he do with that money? He may most of the time he used for buying some drugs or some other things. Instead of that, we can give him prasadam. That is an example which I am saying. So in the passion, person who is in the passion, they will give the charity to the people for sake of showing off. And the if you are giving money or wealth or some kind of a gift, what they are going to do, whether they are going to use it properly or misuse it, we don't know. But if you are giving charity to the brahmanas, it is 100 times benefit to your own life, and also it is carry forward to the next life. So these are all the charities in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. So here Jarasandha comes in the mode of passion plus ignorance. So he's ready to kill all the kings for his to wanted to becoming rule over the world. And sometimes he's here it is says, I'm ready to offer my own life. Actually, we see devotees of the Lord, they don't offer their own life to the Krishna. Sometimes we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita many devotees wanting to give up their life, climbing up from the Govardhana hill and jumping. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes there and stops. You think this body belongs to you? No, this body belongs to mine. I think Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, right? He climbed up the, even he was ordered to write Chaitanya Charitamrita and he couldn't do it. And in the old age, since he thought that I'm unable to execute the task of Lords, so I should give up my life. So he went on Govardhan Hill ready to. So in that, so we see many devotees they wanted to give up their own life, but that is in the mode of ignorance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stops that he should not do that because this body belongs to mine. And also on the other hand, we see in the Krishna book there are many 11 demons. They are ready to lay down their life and they are praying for a Lord Shiva, Shailvas, demon name. So he's offering his body limbs in the fire to please Lord Shiva. So finally, he's ready to lay down his neck, his head, and Lord Shiva comes and stops. So that is in this context. So Jarasandha also ready to lay down his life, and he's ready to offer his own head. So we should understand what is the attitude of this demon, and from there we should get the lesson that our tapasya, our austerity should be in the mode of above mode of goodness, and we should fast on the Ekadasis whenever the Acharya's appearance, disappearance day, we should fast on that, and unnecessarily we should not fast. And if you unnecessarily fast and giving trouble to your body, then it is body is the first thing which our Acharya says that we should take care of our health first, then devotional service. Especially Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions health is the first come. When you take care of your health, body needs, then you can perform all the devotional service. If health is not good, then you cannot even chant the holy name. So these are all my thoughts and which comes to my mind. So please, any comments or corrections, questions? Okay, then if nobody has questions, Mataji has.
Hey, Kish. Um, it's just any input you have on, because sometimes when we're performing devotional service, it seems like we carry more of a Jarasandha mentality, like more pride, and we're not necessarily doing it for the pleasure of Guru and Granga. So just any insight on how we can correct that, or
It is more of an internal thing than somebody is telling you. Just like I do this so that I will get appreciated by the devotees. That's why I do this. That is one thing. I dress the deities not in the mode of pleasing, just in the mode get appreciation from the devotees. Oh, you dress deities very nice. Or for example, I give a class. I prepared verses of verses quoting from that these verse scriptures so that now devotees can appreciate me, and that is the mode like where we wanting to get appreciation or instead of pleasing Krishna or pleasing others. So that is the we should be very careful about. Just I do this is as like I do as my duty. If somebody is glorifying, if somebody appreciate it, we will offer to the Guru and Krishna in our mind. If somebody comes and say, "Oh, you gave a nice class," "Oh, you do nice kirtan," or "Oh, you clean the floor very nicely," "Oh, you do dress very nicely," immediately we should offer that credit to Guru and Krishna or whoever trained Shiksha Guru. That's how we offer that. Instead of that, if you are taking as it yourself, if somebody comes and says, "Oh, you gave very nice class," yeah, now you understood me who I am. Or oh, now you got me, no, you are the real devotee. If you are thinking in your mind, then that is where Krishna is testing you, that that mean, because one thing we should understand, that Krishna is giving ability to speak. In our body, there are so many demigods are residing in the tongue. One demigod, you know that, right? That if we cannot move our hand, if this particular demigod is not present in our hand, and if we cannot move our body, there are so many demigods which are not responding. If somebody is on the bed lying as a vegetable without doing anything, that what we call them a paralysis person, because that particular demigod has withdrawn their power from your hand. That's why you're not able to move your hand. That's why we should always pray for the Lord. Oh Lord, please, let my hand work all the time till I leave my breath, so that I can chant your name, I can worship you. So we should pray in that mode, because sometimes we see people who are very active, they suddenly, they fall and they suddenly become paralysis. They cannot move their hand, they cannot move their limbs, because the power has been taken out. So that's why we should pray constantly. Oh Lord, please protect my hand to chant your name, to do your deity worship. Similarly, tongue, similarly our intelligence, because sometimes people forget everything. So this ability to do our service, whether glorifying the Lord, whether do our service, it is all given by the Lord. So in that mode, if somebody is glorifying us, then we should immediately offer, this is nothing but I'm just an instrument. Even though sometimes we may not tell them, or we might tell them, but immediately we should think that, oh, this is ability which given from Krishna Guru and Sadhu and Shiksha Guru, whoever trained me. We should offer that uh, glorification immediately to our seniors. That's how, so that we will become, we will not take all the credit to us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks so much. So we'll stop here. You have a question? Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you so much. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shila Prabhupada ki jai. I go.